Hi there. Thank you for another episode with Empower with Nancy. I'm going to be very real and honest with you today. And what I want to go over is the tug of war that we constantly have in our heads. Because if you are not honest with yourself, right? I know that we all go through moments where you feel completely torn inside, and one part wants to grow and the other part wants to stretch as far as you possibly can and to really finally step into the bigger version of yourself. And the other part of you is holding you back. It's like whispering those fears, bringing you up old memories and reminding you of times that you didn't get things right and that is constantly playing in your head. That is the tug of war. It is that inner conflict that we have. And here's the truth, it's just not about the choices that you make, it is about your mindset. Have you ever noticed how loud our mind gets when you're trying to make a decision? And sometimes it could be the easiest and to the most difficult decision to make. It is a non-stop debate between ourselves. Should I play it safe? Should I take a risk? What should I do? Should I get validation? And then you end up overthinking everything. And when we overthink things, it creates the stress, the anxiety, and definitely that self doubt. So it feels like you're constantly carrying different identities for yourself that is completely bold, and in your mind, you want more. And then the curiosity comes into play. And when those voices clash, right, which they constantly do, because that's why it's so hard for you to make a decision, it just steals your energy, it sucks the life out of you. It steals your confidence. It robs the confidence from you. And then you start asking, why can't I just decide? Why do I always get in my own way? Like constantly, we're fighting, we're battling that inner critic. But let me reframe this for you. Your inner conflict is not weakness, it's a signal. So it's showing you where your mindset is split. And one side are these beliefs that are rooted in fear, it's protection, and past experiences that you have experienced. And that could be stems from childhood. The other side are beliefs and rooted in growth, possibility, and the vision. So the conflict is constantly existing and feels real for yourself. So that your safety mindset says, don't change. It's dangerous. Don't do it. But your growth mindset says, if I don't change, I'll stay stuck forever. Because nobody is going to force you to change but yourself, because you hold control over your life. No one else does. No one's going to come and save you but yourself. And this is where unlocking your mindset completely works. So how do you unlock conflict? You start by shifting the way that you think about it. Instead of asking which voice wins, like you're literally asking yourself this: what belief is steering me, or steering me the wrong way? Or what belief is serving me? And what belief is limiting me? Here's an exercise I want you to do. Write down the thought that keeps looping in your head constantly, the one that feeds the conflict. And maybe it's, I'm not ready. Then ask yourself, is that thought the truth? Or is it the fear in disguise or the protection? And then I want you to rewrite it in a way that empowers your growth mindset. I may not feel ready, but guess what? I am capable of learning as I go, and that is okay. And that is that positive mind shift that is fighting that conflict of scarcity. And that shift weakens the conflict, right? Because you're no longer trapped in an either tug of war or battle with yourself. You're choosing the thoughts that fuel your emotion. That is so important. So, how do we reframe our empowerment for ourselves? The mindset is everything here, right? Because when we change the thought, you change the energy behind the conflict. And energy, right? Thoughts become things, and wherever ever energy flows, it goes. So your fear may not completely disappear, but it loosens the control. And the more you take control over this tug of war in your head, eventually it will stop. So when you have a tough decision to make, you're going to make that decision very quickly. You stop giving yourself power away from the voice and doubt and start leaning into the voice of possibility. That is the empowerment, that's the power that you have. And every one of us have it. And the beautiful part is when you consistently practice this, choosing thoughts that serve you build the inner alignment, builds the clarity, and then that tug of war will definitely end. And that's when your safety mindset and your growth mindset finally come together. So I want to close with this. The challenge for you is the next time you catch yourself stuck in the inner tug of war, I want you to pause and I want you to ask yourself, what thought is fueling this conflict? Is it keeping me small, or is it guiding me more toward growth? Or is it completely removing what you're so passionate about? Or maybe literally puts you and stops you in your track, and then you just throw your hands up and give up. And then I want you to choose again, because mindset is a choice and you get to make that choice. It's not about shutting down the fear. It is about choosing a thought that makes you stronger than darn fear, period. You're not broken. You're just learning how to unlock those inner conflicts by shifting the mindset and creating them in the first place. And once you do, you'll have clarity, you'll have energy, and a sense of peace of mind with no circumstances and no worries that are going to stop you in your tracks. Thank you again for listening to another episode. Thank you for spending the time with me today. I'm so very grateful. And remember that you do have the power to shift your mindset, unlock the conflicts, and step into the version of what you've been waiting for and what makes you happy. And remember that you have control of the will, you have the power, and you get to make all those choices. With gratitude, Nancy.